there in the booth last race. You had to go to bed, got to get ready to go to work. We still got T. Clay, Night King, myself, and a one and only Blakey T will be our in-car reporter at what? The Blakey T track with the Blakey T line. We were talking about that last race where you are notorious for this track. You are fantastic on used tires. You have your own line named after you. So great to have you aboard, Blakey T, Night King, T Clay, and we just won one heck of a race at Talladega, but now we're going super speedways to short track racing. I can't wait, guys.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, I'm excited, mostly just to watch Blakey T get out there and run. Just these other guys, see what they got for him, because I don't see anybody winning besides Blakey T. But what do I know? You never know with these Cup drivers. Some of them are really fast.
And just to let everybody know, Blakey T and I do banter back and forth quite a bit, but we are friends, so just to let everybody know that people think we don't like each other. But no, it's an honor to have you up here. Thank you for doing this. I know it is a little bit of a distraction, but we do appreciate you through the end race, helping us keep up on stages, laps, who won what, and that's especially at your favorite track. Night King, great to have you back, man. How was your first broadcast? How did you like doing it at Talladega, man?
You know, I thought I was going to be nervous. You know, wasn't going to know what to say, but, I mean, these guys on track, hell of racers. They made it super easy for, you know, everything to fall in place and, you know, give me something to talk about. It was incredible. Love it. I'm glad to be back here for the second race here at Iowa.
Hey, you said it best. You know, I was nervous the first couple times I did it, but they make it so easy, you know. Real quick, let's pick your brain, Blakey T. We know how much you like this track. You just went from a very long track where you had to concentrate, stay in the dress, stick with people, and now you're going short track racing. Do you change your mindset? Because your driving styles have to change here a little bit.
Yeah, you know, I feel a little more free. I guess a little open. I can make some moves, and you know, I don't have to worry about the draft a little bit. I can just kind of focus, and I know how to hit this track pretty well. I love it. But Talladega is definitely a stressful track for me, but I feel at home here in Iowa, so I can't really complain.
Blakey T, give us some history with you and Iowa. When did you notice that, you know, you were really good at the track? Hey, really, nobody can really beat me here. Something you've always liked that track? You just like short tracks in general? What's your history with the Iowa track here? NASCAR Heat 3 and 4.
Really, I experimented at Iowa just every time I went there, and I found out that the bottom line works for me pretty well. I get a better runoff than most people who run the high side, and I just stuck with it. And I just know how to, I guess, hit it. Sometimes I might hit that apron and make a little mistake, but, you know, I know how to run this track. You know, fresh tires, no tires at all. I can just freaking run my corners pretty well. So, but it's, I don't know. I'm a short track fan. As you've seen at Bristol earlier this season, before we went to the playoffs, I definitely enjoy a short track. So, like I said, I feel at home. You know, it feels real good. It feels real good to be back at a short track.
That's awesome. Real quick, Robbie Bids, like I said, he's getting ready to go to bed, going to watch broadcast as he dozes off. He says, brothers of the arms in the booth. Great to have you out there. Tom Horton says, please introduce yourself as commentator so I can get used to your voice, as you all know who I am. T. Clay, then we'll go to Night King,
ahead.
And then, T. Clay.
Yeah, I'm T. Clay.
Night King.
Don't know if Night King heard you, but
Yep. But Night King's out there,
T.
and then
Clay,
Blakey.
good friends with Puddin. This is my voice, and I like to commentate.
And once again, Tom, just to let you know, our in-race reporter is the one and only short track Iowa specialist, Blakey T. Say hi real quick, Blakey.
Hello.
Thanks again, guys. Man, as soon as these come up, we do appreciate everybody out there in YouTube land watching us. It's great to have everybody out there. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Once we get up to 300, Robbie's going to give us his pat to say. And as we click through the daily fast Iowa times, don't see Iowa. I don't see Blakey T there. Let's go to the next one. Weekly. Nope, don't see Blakey T there either. So, and we're gonna
What have
to
you
go.
been doing, Blakey? Have you been practicing or what?
Yeah, I mean, are you that
you know,
comfortable? And on the
I'm that
all-time
comfortable with
leaderboard,
this
we don't see Blakey T on the all-time. So what's going on,
Well,
buddy?
So
You
we hear
know.
you're fast, but we have no proof of that.
Exactly.
Well,
So
There's
how
no
are
proof.
we determined that you're not just wrecking people to get to the front?
Listen, gentlemen. You've known from all the past experiences of racing with me at Iowa that
That you bounce off the walls.
Yeah, I mean, last time I raced with you, you were just wall banging. So
you gotta do what you gotta take to
see,
win this
there's
race.
proof. He said you have to do what you have to do. So that
Hey, real
means
quick,
he did not deny it.
What paint scheme are you going to run tonight, Blakey?
I'm gonna run the I guess it's the newest one to come out, the American flag paint scheme.
I do like that. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's probably better than the pink one you have.
And I don't even know what you're talking about. Definitely, I think my car
Clay.
feels pretty good. And
And you,
of course, I
the,
like.
the only thing you don't know what to do is you don't know where to put your hands right now since you are broadcasting, right?
I
don't know
what do I do with my hands?
hands.
I don't know what to do. But I feel good. Like I said, this is my last race of the season, so I feel like I'll go out with a bang. So it's
Hey,
gonna be
I was
real
just
good.
going to say, I'm glad you brought that up real quick in the pre-race off air. You want to give everybody an announcement yourself?
Yeah, I'm gonna take my talents to Xfinity next season. I definitely am excited to give it a shot in the Xfinity season full time next year. I've had fun in Cup. I've had 4 wins actually, and hopefully tonight we'll make 5. But yeah, I hope the fans have enjoyed my season so far this year. I'm gonna try to get one more win for RJ before I hang it up this season. So hopefully,
It's great to have
we're
you
in for a
back,
show.
Blakey. I haven't seen you online for a while, and I don't want to dwell on unfortunate circumstances. We know that you and your family have been going through a lot. You're still in our
Yes.
thoughts and prayers. We know you got work and everything also, so we are still thinking about you. Ed, A-Trout, same thing. We're still thinking about you guys out there. Great to have you back, man. And I know T. Clay can't wait to race you next year in Xfinity.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I'm going to be driving the 22 Mustang, so I'll be switching up to a
Oh,
Ford
well,
next
T. Clay
season.
automatically beats you because he's going to be in a Chevrolet.
Well, as much as I would like to not even be in a Ford, I'm going to take this Ford to the championship, and we're going to win. We're going to have a fun time next season. I'm going to.
You're on a great
Take
team
it.
with a lot of support groups too, man. So
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I'm definitely. We got good equipment. We got good teammates, but it's going to be a Blakey T season, dominant season.
real
Well, we'll
quick
see
to
about that.
Real quick to give us an update. Have you guys started qualifying yet?
We just now finished qualifying.
All right, awesome. So we will get the invites from Blakey T to get into the race here. Again, guys, like you said, Blakey T, our in-race reporter, Puddin, T. Clay, Night King. Night King's taking a 10-10 on the side, or taking a 10-100. He's 10-10 on the side right now. He'll be right back. We do appreciate that, though, man. But we're excited.
you guys.
We are
I'm gonna
excited
send
to
you
go
guys
Iowa racing.
one more just in case. That way, there's no mishaps. But I'll let you know when we go to it. So
We do appreciate that. The more invites, the better, just in case something happens. So, Blakey T, the Iowa specialist, and race reporter tonight. We are
Now-
going Giggity Style Cup at Iowa. Just came off a super speedway. It's going to be exciting.
So I ain't gonna lie, I did not get the poll, but I am starting
Do
third.
we get an invite from Miles? Real quick, Miles says, Miles out there says, do you have the race invite? Oh, there we go. RKM's already back. Way to go. Thanks, Maddie. Engine sounds just for you, Robbie. I'm going to crank the engine sounds just so you can hear what a real American V8 sounds like instead of having a Citroen in the garage, buddy.
All right, so we got about 15 seconds, and then we'll be loading up.
Just got a
But,
message from Buck. Buck seems to be on the poll, so yes, we do
Yes.
appreciate that.
So ladies, he's starting third. I'm feeling real good, But
I'm
we'll see how
excited,
it
man.
goes.
I'm excited. I know how proficient you are here. We talked about how good you are on used tires. I want to see how many different lines are used tonight. We are on a slider. Remember that, guys.
All right,
We are on a
boys, we are
slider.
now loading up.
All right, just yep. You as soon as you get fully in, just to be on the side. 2 for 2, baby. Buck said.
Oh, just
Accept
got a
now,
blue
Miles
screen.
says. Thank you, Miles. All right, we can accept. All right, there's
All
our
right,
buddy. There's
putting
Night
on the
King back.
show.
Yep, I went up. I went to ask you a question real quick because we're going to load in. How was your first time in the broadcast booth at Talladega, Night King?
It
Thank you,
was a
Miles.
blast. Had a great time. A lot of action there at Talladega. Outside, always trying to make it work. And man, R.J. Smitty just had a hell of a run there. But had a great time. I'm glad to be back here for this Iowa race, and I'm ready to get her going and call this one as well. It's gonna be an interesting one, guys. So stay tuned. Hit that like, subscribe button. It's gonna be a blast.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, like I said, everybody out there, if you haven't already participated, as we are already under green flag, Buck up to the front, Mills right there behind him. Change into that paint scheme. Can't see who that is on the inside. I can only assume that's the Valvoline car of Blakey T because he said he was going to change over to that. That is Blakey T. Guys, this was going to be some great racing already. See people on the high side. That's Noco up there. 88 to the inside. Running that Blakey T line because it is Blakey Lee. Blakey T
Got
pulls
a
up.
wreck.
Oh, big wreck right there, it looks like.
6th place on back. And the cautions will come out.
All right, fellas,
Now, I
got a
wasn't sure
caution.
if Blakey T or Buck had the lead there when the yellow flag come out. We'll see here in
Yeah,
a
looks
minute.
like old Buck. I think he beat me to it, but car feels good so far. Hopefully,
Looks
I
like
can
Buck's
make
going to be strong in both the races tonight. He did good in Talladega, and it looks like he might have a good car here at Iowa.
Hey, real quick, Blakey T again, we got to get you back in the car and concentrating. How many laps are in our first stage?
Oh Lord, I'd have to check. I'll check once we get back to it.
That's part of your job as the in-race reporter. That's why we
I
wanted you here.
know.
We didn't want to hear you drink Coke all night because we all love Pepsi better. So.
Well, right now, you ain't gonna believe, but I'm drinking a Pepsi as we speak. So.
Blakey T, you are the Iowa specialist. What do you recommend for Cup cars or Xfinity cars on people to help them get faster on this track
Blakey
for
T
sliders?
And Life's Plant here on the front row as we come into the.
We
Green
got
flag here.
34 laps in stage one.
34 laps, stage one. Thank you. Yes.
Actually, right now we're down to 29 laps to go. But I definitely like to run a looser car.
Blakey T
I
has got a
definitely
hell
like
of
to
a
try
run
to
coming out
drive
of
to
turn
the
2.
bottom.
Take
So.
it, Night King. Take it. We got them racked. We got them stacked. We're going on to our first caution right here. We didn't see one at Talladega. Go ahead, Night King. I'll let you run with this one.
As we come out of turn 4, Blakey T is still managing that lead. Got Buck right behind him as well as Life of Plant behind them. Looks like Buck trying to make a gain there. Coming out of turn 4. He's going to hold that gap there. But definitely looking like Blakey T's running away with this one so far.
Yeah, Blakey, I
don't
like
know,
it.
Buck trying to push it.
Yeah, he's
Like that
definitely
paint scheme
pushing
you're
that
running,
car.
man. That thing looks good out there with that 88.
I tell you, the 88 up front, baby, ain't nothing better. Ain't nothing better. But your car feels good right now. Like I said, Buck's starting to kind of gain. He did pit, so he has a little bit more of a fresher tire than I do. But that's all right.
Of all things, right now, they probably want you to put your hands in the air, take your hands off your wheel / controller, what have you got, so they can try to catch up to you. You're starting to pull away from them. Buck
Follow
right
along
behind
with
him.
RJ here as he goes 3 wide for that 4th spot.
Yep, I just jumped on board with that. You said that once again. These guys changed the paint schemes going on the inside of Wicked. Mill's still right there on the outside, sticking
Noco
with
gets to
that
run on
black
the
deuce
outside.
car. Chuckmate Taylor right there too, guys. He's right there. He's not going to lose the draft here because the draft isn't that in effect as much. You might get a little sniffle, but not a big deal. But anytime you touch the wall here, you scratch the wall, you lose momentum, as we just saw RKM do that in that 12 car. They are 4 wide. 4 wide! And they hold it. Look at that,
Iowa.
guys. Holy cow. Mills to the inside. Lights a plant right there, trying to chase down that 37, the Noco, paying respect to his buddy in that black 37. These guys are definitely fighting hard. Remember, guys, we are on sliders tonight. Jumping back real quick, Buck's trying to chase that Blakey T guy down. Blakey T running that yellow line. We all know it. It's called the Blakey T line for a reason. Buck right there with him, trying to get him back here. We're going to jump back on Mills' That's a little bit better action. No go up the third. Lights a plant. Mills to the inside of him. They are still 2 and 3 wide. Further back here in the pack. What are you seeing back here, Night King? Alright, real quick. Technical difficulties. No harm, no foul. We're going to keep rolling with it. Mills to the inside of Lights.
I'm sorry, I was muted.
Nope, go ahead. No problem. Take it, man. What are you seeing back here?
I was seeing a lot of side-by-side action now as they file up on that outside line. But we got Mills still running the bottom along with Noco. He's got 2 wide going for that 4th spot.
We got a lot of people out here on YouTube where Tom Horton, known as Dirty Dog, seems to be spamming our YouTube vids, but we do appreciate it. 11 people watching. We love it. Hit that like, hit that subscribe like Robbie and Knight's been talking about. Still on board with Mills on the inside of RJ, trying to come up behind Life's the Plant. This is some good racing back here. Let's jump back up real quick to see what's going on. Blake AT's on the inside, Buck to the outside. Again, I like running the outside line here. I did have the opportunity to run a personal race with Blake AT. He did help me out.
Crash. The 9 car gets in the 42 and spins around on the front stretch.
9 car is, that would be Chuckmate Taylor, yes. That's unfortunate. No caution, though.
Again, 42 keeps on moving. The 9 is trying to get back on track.
Guys, I'm telling you, they need to put that caution on a slider scale. Not one car hits the wall and brings it out like the strict cautions, but we also need to make sure that when a caution happens like that, it happens. I think they should put that on a slider scale, but Chuck Nate Taylor's still going to hold on to it. He had a rough race at Talladega, going to stick on to it, not go a lap down here, which is very easy to do. We're going to jump on board with RKM, get a little perspective from his point of view. What's up, buddy? I know, Pinky RKM. That's all I got for you right now. But
Mills and Life of Plant have been side by side for the past few laps here now, as RJ Smitty gives Life of Plant a good push going into that corner there in turn 1, and it looks like Life of Plant will clear him. Oh, as Mills makes a run out, Life of Plant is clear for that spot.
Yep, I'm going to check back real quick. Blakey T has a lot of pressure from Buck right here. Buck on the outside had a good time. Thanks for having to be in our M-Race reporter last race as we do help Blakey T. Blakey T running that yellow line. Buck running just above, right above it, but not losing that bumper from him. Again, there is 2-3 lines that you can run here. Tire conservation, and you can go fast on that bottom line. So let's see how some of these guys play it out as Buck is just staying off of it. Well, Blakey T is running that yellow line on the inside of that 88, guys.
Got Mills on the bumper of Left Plant, and Left Plant trying to make a move on that NOCO 37 car for that 3rd spot.
We're going to give this...
it's getting heated up here for this 3rd, 4th, 5th spot.
Yeah, I'm going to try to change the camera angle real quick so we get a peek at that and keep an eye on the leaders, man. The 3, 4, 5, 6 cars. So, yeah, 4 cars battling for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th back there. Man, I love Iowa too, man. I do, man. It's so much fun. You can't, don't know what's going to happen. You just came off a super speedway, keeping that thing to the floor. Got to maybe apply the brakes. Some people do, some people don't on the slider. I know customs, a lot of people don't. I back the corners up just a little bit to avoid that. Buck still on the back of Blakey T, though, Night King. Blakey T does have appear to have competition right now. This is his track. We talked to him earlier, and you heard him say it. He wants to win here. This is his track. If he does not win here, T Clay loses $300 apparently.
He's
Buck
definitely
to the
got
outside.
a hard charging Buck on this bumper.
Buck is definitely on a mission. He was. We talked to him earlier, even before pre-race.
As he gets to his quarter, it looks like.
Yeah, he's nervous about getting booted out. It just all depends on what happens tonight. Points can get shaken up. Buck still right there. Blakey T coming up a little bit, and who's that black 37? That's the NOCO, running out a little bit higher line, trying to catch these guys down. Likes the plant right behind him. Mills and RJ Smitty right there too. Wicked Gatekeeper right behind him. God, when you got this many talented drivers on one track, there's so much action. You just don't know where to look. I'm trying to keep up with everybody. Again, my only 5th time broadcasting, actually, not just commentating. You guys know that. Night King up here. Thanks, man. Appreciate you being up here as we're watching Mills to the inside. Then we got to get you back up here. We got to. You're doing a fantastic job. Here, I'll let you take this one.
I'm watching this battle for the lead here as every corner Buck gets onto the bumper of that 88 car. 88 still gets a little bit of runoff, but as we got a battle, the 00 goes to the outside. Buck still man, it's just watching this is amazing. The 88 gets to run off just a little bit every time on each corner, but Buck closes the gap every entry.
I'm watching Buck right now. It looks like Buck's starting to get a little bit loose. He's still holding strong into those corners.
Yeah, he has not. He's not let Blakey T walk away from him yet, guys. So Blakey T is going to be under some pressure. He does claim that when he makes pit stops, he does not touch anything. I still don't know if I believe him, but you know, a man's as good as their word, so I'm going to take his word on it that he does that. He is just so good here, but Buck giving him trouble. Noko to the high side, overruns it just a little bit, it looks like, but at the same time, I don't think Noko, there's a strategy there too, guys. He's running the high line, trying to save some tires.
He's making gains on these leaders here, these front two.
I mean, I worked a lot one day, my boy over there in England, just to let you know if you're still listening, England, Robbie, he helped me out a lot. Blakey T also did the same thing one day before my truck race here. I have figured out how to run that low line, but make that high line work at the same time when it needs to come into play. Noko also being in effect. Mills right behind him, life of the plant there too. Blakey T still out front, Night King.
It seems like all the cars are all lined up here. They're going single file. Nobody trying nothing crazy yet. Just the gap in between each car. Now we just got to steady. Everybody trying to maintain their patience and not try to wreck out of this one, out of this stage. Before, is there going to be a green flag stop, Puddin'?
Again, I'm not on the in there. We'll let Blakey T inform us when he's not. He's concentrating.
Looks to me like everybody can make it to the end on the first stage. So, because I got 13 laps of gas left, and we only got 5 left in the stage. So,
how's your tires, Blakey?
My
tires gonna hold out? Oh
yeah, tires are good. I'm doing pretty good. Car feels good on the long runs. It looks like I got him beat on the long runs. I think.
And we got that 37 car up. Noko looks like something's coming to his car on this long run as he's making big gains. He's almost to the back bumper of that 00 of Buck.
And he does prefer to run customs over sliders, but he is so good on both. Thank you for that update. So Blakey just gave us the update. 5 to go. They pass the start-finish line. That makes it 4. Buck's balling off. Noko tracking up. He's falling off the back of Blakey T just a little bit.
Here
but
comes
Noko to the outside. Noko to the inside.
Woo!
As he takes that second spot away, it's not clear yet.
These points are valuable.
We'll see on the exit here.
These points are valuable. Every position, every
stage
points
the
counts.
00 of Buck for that
Look at
second
that.
spot.
Oh, and they are friends. They are teammates. And you know they are in the same chat right now. They had so much fun at the Robo. Both of them was sitting, but Noko up to second. Blakey T now has that notorious black car in his rearview mirror. If I'm doing my math right, I think we got, 2 to go now? Yep. Trying to click him off as you pass the start-finish line. Thank you for that update, Blakey T.
You're welcome.
Look at this, man. This is awesome. And I can't wait. We got Blakey T up in the booth.
Making gains every corner.
Yeah, we got Blakey T, our Encore, Puddin', T Clay, and Night King up here. This is awesome to have Blakey T up here at his favorite track. So the white flag is in the air, guys. Noko's trying to make that run. Points are a very big value. Buck, of all people, who talked to us earlier, he was nervous about point situation tonight. He got booted from the custom. Let's see if he can stay in it tonight with the sliders. Blakey T is apparently going to wrap this up, but Noko's tracking him down real quick, guys.
Got a heck of a long run car. That's going to come into play definitely in that third stage. You got more of a green flag run.
Fun fact, I didn't pit when everybody else did, so at least I know I can hold them off a little bit.
It is pit stop time.
Alright, pit stop.
Alright, guys.
Comes to an
Blakey
end.
racks up me, Noko, Buck, Mills, and Smitty round up the top 5. Wicked, Plant, RKM, and Checkmate are the last 4.
Alright, thank you, Blakey T.
You're welcome.
Jake made history last night. We just now started this in-car stuff. Thanks to Archangel. Having some technical difficulties out there. Archangel's done so much for our broadcasting and helped to improve it. started bringing the in-car stuff over. Jake made history last night by being the first in-car reporter to win a race, and yes, that was at Canadian Motorsports Park. Let's see if Blakey T can be the second person to do it tonight in Cups at Iowa. We're going to get them racked and stacked. Rack 'em and stack 'em, boys.
Here we go. Oh, looks like Checkmate did not pit, and Noko beat me off the pit road, so...
But you do have the inside line, Blakey, so I think that'll be a good advantage for you. As one car pulls
Checkmate.
off in front of Blakey T, I think he may have forgot to pit,
Yeah,
but
check.
wanted to pit. So he gives the leaders the room to go, and Blakey T back to the low inside in front of Noko on his right. Blakey T back to P1 right now, going on the backstretch.
A lot of respect for Checkmate Taylor there, missing
Noko
the
hopping that
pit.
bumper, taking the high side, getting a good run.
Mills to
As
the
Blakey
inside
T
of him.
takes
Blakey.
the exit.
Oh my goodness, they're 2-3 wide back here, guys. I'm following on board reverse camera angle. Noko, watch the rest of the field. That was much respect on Checkmate Taylor for pulling to the inside. That was very cool. They are still working these cars on the high side. Again, Cup cars do not run here. They're a little bit heavier with a lot more horsepower. A little bit different to drive than an Xfinity truck. Buck to the inside, trying to peek his nose down there. He's got his work coming out to get around his teammate. Blakey, he's starting to walk away, but Noko says, no. We've all heard that before. Buck back to the inside. RJ Smitty right behind him, but I believe that's Life's a Plant, and RJ Smitty right behind him, guys.
Yeah, Blakey T's starting to pull away a little bit here.
Wow. Love short
Down
track
by side
racing,
for that
man. Look at
second
this.
spot.
We'll jump on board with him real quick. We'll go reverse just to see how he's going to do this. Blakey T's probably got
Buck
5,
makes
6
that
cars
drive
on him.
for the inside of Noko for that second spot. Will come out ahead, but he'll lose the drive off as Noko remains in the second spot.
That's that advantage of being on that high side. Some people like the low side. I like that high side for that one reason, but Noko is making that high side work. Buck's still not giving it up as they go down the straightaway, finishing over, or going over the start finish
RJ
line.
Smitty just smacked the wall real hard. That's going to put some damage on his car. Hit the wall coming out of 3 there.
They got a nice
Hard
little battle
for
back
the
here with
second
Mills.
spot with Noko and Buck. Buck not giving up.
Mills to the inside, likes to play. It's going to come with him. And RK back there in that teal car. They all are in the same number, but sometimes when you got change your paint schemes, you got to remember who's who and what's what there. But RKM taps the wall, comes to the
Ooh,
inside.
Noko taps the wall, gets into Buck.
Checkmate Taylor
Gives
down
that
the pit
42
lane.
a good run on to catch up to them.
Yep, jumping on board with
As
Noko.
the
Ready to
42
sit
tries
that.
to take it 3 wide.
Yep, 42's wicked. Buck's on the inside. Blakey T is getting an advantage by these guys racing so hard. Clean air, nobody behind him, no pressure. Starting to pull away a
All
little
right,
bit.
boys, we got 32 laps in the stage, and we're on lap 7.
32 laps left. Thank you, Blakey T. We do appreciate that. Our green flag pit stop's going to be an aspect as Noko goes a little bit high.
Looks to me like we'll probably make it again
The
on
42
fuel.
gave Buck, 42 Wicked gave Buck a huge push. He will clear the 37 of Noko and take that second spot.
Once again, Noko always notorious for running
Noko
that number
making a run back
1.
on the outside.
He's running at 37 for his buddy A-Trout, still leaving his colors on there. A lot of respect out there. He's doing that for a reason. Buck gets underneath him, Wicked right behind him. Blakey
Buck
T
clears
still starting
him
to pull
for
away.
sure this time.
Oh, this is great
Buck
racing for
takes
second,
still
third,
low.
and fourth.
Noko
Yeah.
goes real high. May looks like Noko lost some momentum there.
Noko hits the wall again. Just a small tab as 42 drives to his inside.
Everybody out there in YouTube world, thanks for watching. Let us know. We all raced Iowa before. Do you guys like the high line or the low line? Let us know out there. Fan vote for you guys as we're still watching Buck.
You mean the Blakey T line?
Oh, the Blakey T line. Yeah, the high line or the Blakey T line. That is correct. Buck to right to the inside of Noko. Noko making the high side work. Wicked Gatekeeper coming to the inside of him, trying to keep that speed up. Right behind him is Mills. Wicked Gatekeeper to that inside. That momentum, that drive you get on the outside while saving tires is an advantage. Noko making that work for him. Wicked Keeper cannot get the job done right on that corner. Still plenty of laps left, though. I think, again, we talk about it all the time. Noko knows how to run these tracks. He's got a strategy in his mind. Blakey T is pulling away from this.
Let me ask y'all this. We see Blakey T's way out front, and these other guys just don't seem to be running the same line he does. Do you think they can't run the line? They don't want to run the line? What do you think's going through these guys after they see a guy in front of them, knowing he's faster than them? Why do you think they're not trying to, push towards going towards that same line he's running?
I think they're running a line that works best for them on the slider that they have. And with the strategy, that's my opinion. Again, I will always run the high line, and then on the last stage, halfway through the back half of the third stage, that's when I start running down on that inside line. But I try to save as much as I can. Night King, what's your strategy?
I mean, ever since NASCAR Heat 4, ever since this game came out, everybody was running the high line. The high line seems so darn fast. Then Blakey T comes around and just makes something work on the bottom to be so much faster than this high line. And I think everybody just wants to keep that high line working because that's what they're used to, and they're not used to trying to run that bottom line to be any faster.
Yeah, I've noticed
making
playing
adjustments to make it work.
I've noticed playing this game that with the Xfinity cars and the truck cars, I like to run the low line, but in the with the trucks here, it seems like the high line is 10 times faster than the low line.
Real quick out there, thanks for Captain Jack. We all know he's driving for DSR. He will be in a Cup car. We've raced with him quite a few times, even the quote-unquote Puddin' Farm League. Great to have you back out there in the YouTube land. Captain Jack says, all about that Blakey T line. Again, just like you. So Blakey T has his own line, and our own T Clay has his own line at road courses. How does that feel for you guys, to, now that you guys are that quick and have a notorious line named after you guys?
Well, you know, I put a lot of practice into these tracks, and to have people to call it my line, you know, the Blakey T line, I appreciate that. Makes me feel good. Like I said, I've done a lot of practice at short tracks, and even though I just messed up there, but yeah, it feels good. Feels good to come out here and put on a show for the fans.
It's like that number 9 of Checkmate Taylor's having a little trouble with loosening his car, tapping the wall a couple
He's
times.
had a rough night.
That lap.
He's had a rough night. Always wanted to be a contender, and it's unfortunate to see. We see Noco and Buck still battling it out. That's all that's doing. These guys trying to race each other are wearing their cars out, and that's just giving Blakey T that opportunity to breathe. Noco to the high side, Buck still to the inside right there. Wiki Gatekeeper to the inside of him, Mills right behind that too. So they're trying to track each other down. 14 to go. Thank you, Blakey. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I gotta keep remembering, you are on a loud. Buck chose not to be, so I apologize for reiterating what he is saying. Buck chose not to be on Always Allow last one.
Taps the wall.
Puddin', I don't know if you know, but I'm watching the YouTube right now, and I just got a message that says the Pinky Puddin' line is 180 into the outside in a pink 69 car. LOL.
Do not know what that means. Do not know what any of that means. We're just gonna keep going. I don't know what that means. I'm Helen Keller. I can't hear it. I can't see it. I don't know.
It's funny. I don't know who Jackson Shoe is.
That's Captain Jack.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Gonna have a heck of a battle for the second spot as Noco taps the bumper of the 00 Buck.
No offense to everybody else out there. I see they're great racing, but I'm right there with you, Night King. This seems to be one of the better battles on the track right now. Noco making that high line still a stick for him. Buck making that line work for him. No ground given up. Teammates are in the team chat right now. Again, at the Roval, they said they had a good time talking, but they love racing with each other. They work together. Let's see how this works out. If I was anybody, I'd be on Noco right now. I would be on that high side. That's where I've been.
Side draft as Noco gets the advantage going into turn 2, I believe.
Robbie says he smashes stupid pink cars. Apparently he does not support breast cancer awareness.
Oh! Buck got a little wiggle. Noco takes the second spot away from him.
Yep, that is looking at happening. A mistake is made, and man, Noco's starting to pull away. Not what Blakey T wants to see. There is still plenty of time in this race for him to get tracked down. We do know how good he is. Again, our in-race reporter, Blakey T, at Iowa, at his own track. How cool can that be? My goodness, the chat is starting to blow up. We appreciate everybody out there, guys. Just like RKM did to me about a week ago, it's starting to put me in stitches with everybody out there. We cannot appreciate everybody out there. We love the banner. We love joking. Noco tried to track down that 88 of Blakey T. Blakey T at his favorite track, not home track. He is from, what, Texas?
I'm from Bristol, Tennessee.
No, you're from Texas because I just said it, so we'll go with that.
Oh, okay, yeehaw, go Cowboys.
No,
That was
again,
the worst yeehaw I've ever heard.
I'm
Yeehaw!
yes, again, I'm just messing around with Blakey T. Blakey T has had the opportunity to actually drive some of the trucks around Bristol, Tennessee, with the drivers in the back during pre-race interviews. So very cool for Blakey T. We all know where he's from,
It's like
but he.
Buck is just fighting a loose car right now as the two of Mills takes the outside for that third spot.
Yeah, this is the part of the race where tires start to go bye-bye. So
And this was one of the parts where you're really good at it, Blakey T. You were
Yes.
very good on those old tires.
6 to go.
6 to go going into this. We got Wicked Gatekeeper right there battling with Buck. There's a
Mills
3-car
clears
battle.
the 0-0 of Buck as the 42 clears the 0-0 of Buck.
Holy cow.
It's Buck trying to fight back on the outside. Got a heck of a race going
Sorry
here for
guys,
this.
I did forget I was actual broadcasting. I wanted you. Anytime there's
fifth
action on the
spot.
track, I want to get there. I'm trying to keep up with Night King. That is, yeah, we got Mills, Wicked Gatekeeper, and Buck. Buck falls back a little bit. Probably not happy. Going to have to make some adjustment. Mills in that 2 up front. Buck to the inside of the Wicked Gatekeeper 42. Wicked Gatekeeper keeping it on the high side. High side. Man, this is some of the greatest short track racing I've seen. We have, we've had 1 caution, I believe. Is that what it was? 1 caution?
Just the one so far.
Yeah, 1 caution all night, and that included Talladega. So anybody out there who is paying attention, wants to come race with us, we race Talladega. We are at Iowa. 1 caution all night at both tracks. Come show your talent. Get in the development series. Get a hold of Night King. Get a hold of T-Clay. Get a hold of Blakey T, myself, Robbie. We can, K-Taddy, Noko. We can all get you in touch with the right people, seeing how that K-Taddy and Noko are the people you need to get in touch with.
I'll teach you how to run the Blakey T line.
I love your confidence, and you are pulling it off tonight too. Some people get super confident and run out of fuel at road
Now, it looks like this
courses.
2-car of Mills is coming alive to him too as he's getting inching closer and closer to that 37 of Noko.
2 laps to go, failers.
2 to go, and then we'll hit our 3rd stage. Lap times here are very quick. This is a super fast race. Positions are in need for some of these points, people. Everybody has to fight hard. No harm,
Blakey
no foul.
T
from
with the
these
credit
guys.
1 lap to go.
Oh,
Blakey T, one of the guys in the chat wants to know, are you having fun out there, buddy?
Man, I'm having the time of my life, you know.
That's right.
I'm not, because you're talking to me
My
right now.
question
Blakey
is
T.
for that
I'm just
person,
kidding,
are
guys.
you having fun, sir? That's what I want to know.
Tom Horton wants to know if you're having fun yourself, buddy.
That's old Dirt Dog, yep.
Dirt dog. Hot
Again.
dog, hot diggity dog.
And there it is, stage 2, failures. And let's see, me, Noko, Mills, Buck, and Wicked rounded out the top 5.
Blakey, you don't think
And-
you should give somebody else a chance to lead this race every once in a
Nope.
while, or what's the plan here?
Yeah, you took 2 green and
kinda
whites. Who's going to
selfish
get
up there,
that
aren't
black
you?
and white?
Me? I don't know what you're talking about. My car is black and white, so I'm going to get the black and white. So.
That's awesome, guys. Night King, I'm going to let you take it as long as you say it. I'm going to let you take us under this, going into 3rd stage. Congratulations to Blakey T. Thank you for your help tonight, and you are proving
Oh,
why
As
you're
always,
living up
sir.
to your Iowa name, man. You're living up to your Iowa favorite track.
Let's see how.
Captain Jack wants to know if we're getting a lobby going after this, and that would be an affirmative. We'll be having a race after this.
Yes,
Is it
I'm
gonna be in
ready to
Iowa?
Race.
We will.
Section.
I tell you what, Blakey T.
We're going
We'll
road
start it
courses
out
only.
at
Road
Iowa,
courses only.
As long as you win this race, but it
Well.
can't be a long one because you won't want to run a long race here. Run it.
We're doing road courses only. I'll set the lobby up as we get them ready to go. Like I
That's
said,
fine
Night
by
King,
me.
take it.
Go ahead.
Take
I
it,
got
Night
Blakey
King,
T
buddy.
Starting this flat, or rack 'em and stack 'em, first of all. Got Blakey T on the inside, leading this to the green flag. Got 37 Noko on the outside. Got the 2 of Mills behind Blakey T. Looked like he got a little wiggle. Gonna stack him up on that inside line behind Blakey T. Now Noko's getting a good run on the outside there. Gonna try to pull up to the bumper of Blakey T. Doesn't look like it's gonna work right. The 42 trying to make a run on the outside, getting up close to Noko there. Got 2 wide from 3rd on back.
Guys, what you guys don't know, Noko had one of the longest winning streaks in Giggity Racing history going on. Had an unfortunate circumstance happen to him at the Roval, and then later that night, he wants to get back on that. Noko is great everywhere. Wicked Gatekeeper right on his bumper. Blakey T giving him a run for his money out front. He is
Ooh, we
notorious.
got a car going through the grass.
Yeah, I saw that.
Looks
Who
like
is
it's
that?
gonna be.
Is that the Wicked? I mean, is that Checkmate Taylor? By judging by the paint
I
scheme.
believe so.
Yep, again, once you get to do this so much, again, on Cup nights, Xfinity nights, I'm starting to learn everybody's numbers and colors and paint schemes, and everybody changes every now and then. Love how they do that. Starting to learn everybody. I know the Cup guys pretty well. This is awesome racing. NoCo is great for either making you wear your car out or chasing him down and, well, making, wearing your car out. So, Blakey T does have something going for him right now
Noco
by being out
to
front,
run
but
the bottom.
he's going to have to push that line.
00 gets by the 42.
Looks
Gate
to me
third
like
spot.
they're trying to start to run my
42
line.
fighting back on the outside, or inside.
Wow, the chat is really dirt dog. Oh, no, go hard into the wall. Contact being made.
Ooh.
Buck, Wicked,
Gonna lose a
and
couple
Mills
spots
going
there.
to... no, Mills does not get by him. Wicked Gatekeeper just barely does. Mills pulls right in behind Noko. Hard contact for him. Not a big arrow track, but guys, that can't affect the handling of your vehicle. Some people say damage makes
42
it
on
better,
the
and some
bumper of the
people don't.
00.
42 is Wicked Gatekeeper, 00 being double Buck, being our Buck up there. Thanks for what he did earlier in Talladega. Man, this is such great racing all around. Oh.
42
Uh-oh.
taps the wall, gets
Uh-oh.
down into 30, or the 2 of Mills, sends Mills around on the front stretch into the grass.
Hard in the pit
Hits
lane
the inside
wall.
wall.
Yeah, that's hard in the pit lane wall, Night King.
The caution will not come out. They will
And
keep
that's
Blakey
racing.
T, you got what it takes to finish this race off with the W?
I think I do. Like I said, car feels good. Looks like I'm getting a little bit of a gain on exit from everybody. Feels good. The only thing I worry about is the long run. I know I'm good at it, but
We're going to jump back on board with Mills, who was in that accident, who went sliding through the grass, and I just missed that camera angle right there. That is very unfortunate for him. He was running up front. Can he get back up there? We still have green flag pit strategy coming up, guys, so let's see if Mills can do that.
all right,
That
boys.
stinks.
59 to go.
Blakey T, I just asked on the chat if anyone thinks someone can catch you. Let's see what they got to say.
All right.
Somebody said Power Wheels.
Power wheels.
Oh,
Barstools.
that's Dirt Dog out there talking about what we should race next. He's having fun out there.
Robbie
Thanks for
thinks
joining.
Noco can catch you. We'll see what he's
Left
got.
gets into the wall, and as the 9 of Checkmate Taylor passes him for that 5th spot.
Yeah, we're going to jump on board with Noko just for a quick second, see if he can get back up there. Again, he's running that high line. I like running it. Can we call that the pudding line at Iowa if Blakey T has his own line? Blakey T's still out front, though. Right behind
Blakey, what
him.
kind of lap times are we running here?
22.942.
Sorry, Puddin', I didn't mean to cut you off, buddy.
No, you're fun, buddy. No, great question. Oh, Noko hard into the walls. We were on board with him. Pancakes the right side of that car.
I think my best
Taylor
competition
Farnhard
today
gets
would
that
probably be
12
Buck.
car.
Buck seems to be able to handle with me.
Yeah, I tell you what, Buck's fast, man.
So,
But guess
Right.
what? We've only had one caution. We have yet.
Scrapes the wall hard.
Oh.
coming across the smart
Blakey T
finish.
getting thrown under the bus here. Captain Jack says not unless he messes up the pit strategy, unless the signature Blakey T
71 of
choke
Iron Plant
happens.
gets loose, 62 of Mills by.
The signature
Nine.
Blakey T choke. So not does he only have his own line, he has his own signature choke move.
yes, sir.
I
They
think
call
we all
that-
have one of them from time to time, don't
They
we?
call that the pudding at Canadian Motor.
Yep.
So,
We're running out of
Pretty
gas,
nuts.
but we're jumping on board with RKM, guys. Like he said, he just hit the wall right behind Mills. These two guys had fast cars all night long. Life's a Plant was a contender at Talladega. Jumping to seeing what's going on with him. Doesn't appear to be making a lot of ground up. Some of these guys can be saving a little bit with the pit strategy. Everything can change for everything there, guys. Jump back on board.
Yeah,
with
let's
Noko.
let's keep positive stuff in the chat there, guys.
Watch this battle for this 5th spot. currently held by Mills, got RKM in the 12 car, trying his best to take that spot away.
That's well said. That's well said. Yes, Night King. Man, I can't. It's not only a
Ooh,
blast to
RKM
have
gets
you
in
up
the
here.
wall.
I'm glad you joined us tonight. It's awesome to have you up here again. You and I, we put the hurt down on a couple other people in some video games, shooting games.
Absolutely.
You always put the hurt down on me while we play this. So it's great to have you up here, man. Anytime you want to come back, you're more than welcome. And again, we got a mostly Shin Motorsports next year broadcast booth, which is cool. We still have Blakey T down there in the broadcast booth at his favorite track, lead the race right now. So thanks for everybody paying attention. Thanks for everybody joining in. We're having fun, and we got some intense, tight racing going on throughout this. This Blakey T is starting to pull away a little bit.
Hey, Puddin', I watch most of the broadcasts, and I usually hear you talk about this one time or two. I haven't heard you discuss anything. But can you give the viewers and the people that can be watching this video after the race is even over into the next weeks and months, can you give them a rundown of what Giggity is, how it works, explain to them how the season is coming to an end, and how to get in touch with somebody if they want to join Giggity?
Great question, T. Clay. Yes, if you want to come out here and see what you have, prove your talents, get a hold of any of us. We'll get you get you in touch with our administration. Then what we do, we have teams out there, team captains. We get you into the development race. You go out, you race the development race. Each week they change series, Truck Cup, Xfinity, and they want to see multi-diversity, a series at multi-diversity tracks. Then the captains scout you. Some people are fortunate enough to get put, like I say, put that pen to paper that night. If it doesn't happen that night, don't worry about it. Come back every week. There is a point series for development. And on top of that, we do have a draft for all of the teams. So if you want to come out and join us, there's plenty of opportunity. You got to show yourself. It's not it's not where you finish, but it's how you race here in Giggity. We want good, clean lobbies. That's what we really do focus on. Holy cow! I need to put my teeth in, right, T. Clay? Ha ha ha. So, but that's a great question. Get in touch with any of us. Last week we had the biggest development field ever. We had to break it down to 2 races. There was so many people. The team captains watch those, and then they go from there and pick you up. And especially, like I said, the draft coming up. We are coming to the season end here at Giggity Racing. We'll take a couple weeks off, and then we're going to. I'll say it. Well, I'll say it. We'll rack them and stack them for next season. How's that sound, boys? But yes, that's a great question, T. Clay.
Few questions for you real quick before we move on to that subject.
I don't know if I have
answers. You discussed the draft. How does the draft process work? How does that work? You discussed taking a few weeks off. Do you know when exactly the new season will begin?
I don't. I just know that after next week ends, they will take a couple weeks off. I meant to ask our administrators that. I forgot to ask. As far as I know how the draft works, I don't know this for a fact. This is me thinking aloud, so don't take this since I didn't ask this question either. They're going to look through the points, see where you finished. They're going to see how clean you drove and see how you got there. Now that's again my opinion. K-Taddy, Noco, RJ, Mills taking over for RKM, Little Man, Robbie, Trey. If you guys would like to give me a little bit more insight on how the draft works, that would be great. But that's how I personally think that would work. That's my personal opinion. That's me thinking aloud, so don't take that to heart. But we've had so much interest, and it has grown so much in the last couple months. It's unreal. Giggity Racing is one of the top 3, if not top, elite league online racing teams out there. And I mean, all the time you look at people seeing look at the leaderboards. I mean, most of the time during qualifying, they take over the daily, weekly, and if not, sometime all-time leaderboards during one race. So,
thank you, Puddin'. We appreciate that. Just wanted to get that little saying in there, how to get these people in Giggity if they're interested in it.
Yeah,
it's an honor to be part of Giggity. I know everybody that's in it loves the people, and the racing is especially good. There's a bunch of different series. There's tons and tons and tons if you count the public lobbies that we race during the week. There's just tons of action, and pretty much you know as well as I do, from about 10 o'clock in the morning till as late as you want to stay up, you can find guys with Giggity to race with you.
Well, not to mention too, it's not just a racing league. We've had some people come on hard times here lately. And though A Trout, we put together in 3 hours, a donation race that helped raise enough money for our own Etho to help have his procedure. Anybody needs any help, people they ask, and sometimes it happens, and most of the time it does. Whether it be from a setup to racing or personal life issues, everybody's willing to help everybody here. It's not just a lifestyle, it's not just racing, it's a family here in Giggity. Everybody's here to help everybody in all rooms. So that's awesome, it's so hard to jump in a public lobby when knowing that I have so many friends out there, excuse me, at all times because of the racing, but it is a lifestyle. We've been able to help so many people out there over the last couple of months. So, excuse me again. There we go. But yeah, I mean, Giggity Racing is more than just racing. It is you and I banter back and forth. Blakey T and I banter back and forth. Money Mike and I banter back and forth. And that's just for me. I know everybody has their inside jokes, but Giggity Racing is it is just the most well-rounded, competitive, supportive bunch of friends and family that we have.
Yeah, talking about Trout, I went back and watched that video putting of all those cars out there. They did those laps. That was very impressive.
It gave me goosebumps. I mean,
it's like that 12 car
good to see
of RKM got really loose coming out of
Giggity
four
come together.
Smacks the inside wall.
And he's coming down the pit lane real quick if we talk about that. So no, we do appreciate that. Thank you. Real quick, Blakey T, do you know what lap we're on? How many laps we got left? We are getting acquired.
106 right now out of 140, and once I go across the finish line, I'll let you know.
All right, 106 of 140 is where Blakey T's at. He's going to go across that start-finish line.
Been a long green flag run so far. Got one car at pit already, but these cars are starting to look really loose with that tire wear.
We got 34 laps to go, fellas.
34 to go, and that will click off very quickly here at Iowa. Again, we are coming to the end of the season, T-Clay Night King. Points are of value for some of these. Some championships have been locked up in other series. Not quite yet here in the Slider series. We're going to see how these guys work out. Buck was a little bit nervous about that. You guys can vouch for that. You talked to him too earlier, Night King. Okay, Night King.
What? I'm sorry, I was watching these battles here with that 71 and that 9 car.
Oh, no, we just talked to Buck earlier before the races started about how nervous he was about the points here. Don't forget to bring that up. I mean, we're coming to the season end, like T-Clay said. These guys are going to be fighting for championships.
Absolutely. It's going to come down to it these last couple races here.
Yeah, some people have championships wrapped up in other series. Some have not been completed yet, and this is one. We don't know what's going to happen. We have a couple ideas of 3 or 4 drivers who can get up there, but until the night's end and the points are tallied, we do not know what's going to happen. So, but
Blakey, I think you should slow down a little bit, and so we can get some action up here towards the front of the field.
Nope.
He said no.
Checked out.
Just checked
Noco
on Blakey
ain't
T.
giving up yet.
Yeah, I was on board with Noco as soon as he said Blakey.
All it
I
takes
clicked
is a
over
pit
to
road
him.
mistake, and Noco could take that lead.
If this is the one track Blakey T does not want to lose that, it would be this one. It would be this one, because I would never listen to him about Iowa
green
again.
Flag stops, fellas.
We already had the 12 and the 12 of RKM and the 71 of Life of Plant already make their pit stop. 42's entering right now. Wicked Gatekeeper.
The car's starting to get separated a little bit, Night
in
King.
pits.
We'll jump back on
Those
board.
cars were starting to look.
Go
Excuse
ahead.
me. Those cars were starting to look really loose out there.
Let me ask you this, Puddin'. Oh, hold on 1 second. We got the number 88, the leader of Blakey T going in. Blakey, can we confirm that you did not get a penalty there?
No, we are good. We are good to go, fellas.
Good deal. Counting you tonight, buddy.
Noco and Buck right behind him. Not too far behind.
Holy cow, do we have Darth Vader on board tonight also? Somebody's breathing pretty heavily into that mic. We are at Iowa. We are going Gaiety style. We are points racing cup of all things too on a slider scale. Jumping on board here with Mills coming out.
Lucky T exiting his pit box. Looks like he's going to be the first one of those front three off the pit road. Noco in second. And a 0-0 Buck in third.
Blakey T, does it make you feel good that the guys behind you did pit with you, so you're not going to have to worry about if they're going to have better tires than you going on to the end of this race?
Right. Yeah. I feel like I think we got it in the bag now.
As you come around to the start finish, Blakey T, and let us know how many laps we got left here.
All right. Yes, sir.
Blakey T on a roll. Looks like he's starting to move up towards the high line, though. It looks like he's not running that low line like he likes to run against the yellow line as you see him coming out of the turn here. Usually a little bit lower. It looks like he's pushing up, maybe saving some tires. Not sure if he took two, took none, what he did there in the pits. But let's see if he can hold this lead with Noco trying to track him down right here towards the end of this race.
25 to go.
There he is, back on that low line. Figure we'd see it sooner or later.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like Blakey T got in the wall a little bit there. It keeps his momentum up, though.
We're good. We're good. I didn't hit the wall.
Oh, Dirt Dog out there, man. He's pulling for you. He says, go, Blakey.
I always love the support from everybody that watches. It's always good. Thank you.
Starting to see the leader come up on some lap traffic. Can only wonder if that'll end up being a factor for the end of this race.
It looks like I got my teammate up here. I think he'll get out of the way for me.
Now, how much for you guys, when you talk about being so good at a track, or how much you like it, Blakey T, Iowa for you, road course for me, and then somebody comes up and beats you, is that a little deflating for you? Because I know it is
it's
for
a
me.
little bit more of a fuel to the fire, I think, because, short tracks are my thing, and having somebody be able to at least beat me at it, well, that's not going to sit right with me. So I'll practice even harder just to get a chance to get my revenge on them, I suppose, if that makes sense.
Blakey, do you ever just go to Iowa and run laps by yourself just to practice?
Yep. The way I got good at this, and I know this ain't fun, but I ran 100% race here one time. So that's the best way to practice. It still is. So definitely, I would.
Do you kind of pick a few tracks and say, you know what, I'm going to be an expert at this track, and this track, and that's just how it's going to be?
I definitely wanted to pick Bristol this year, because I know in Heat 3 I wasn't the greatest at Bristol. But definitely, I picked Bristol. And
Buck to the inside of Noco.
Noco skips across the wall a little bit. It's a little kiss as Buck tries to take the inside for that second spot.
Oh, they are battling
Clinton,
it out.
what's your two favorite tracks?
Side by side.
My two favorite tracks?
Yep.
Buck prevails
Besides
on
road
exit.
courses, I know we all know me and you like road courses, but besides road courses, what's your two favorite tracks to run?
New Hampshire and Iowa.
New Hampshire and Iowa. How about you, Night King?
Buck, my favorite track. Man, I love Kansas. It's like a big Iowa, but the outside line really does prevail there, and I love running the outside line. Love being close to the wall. It makes it
I like
a whole lot of fun.
Kansas and Charlotte. I feel like those are my two better tracks.
Texas is a real fun one. That turn 4 will get you if you don't drive it right.
Yeah, I was noticing that earlier. We were doing this Heat World Challenges, and man, I'm telling you what, I had a car that felt good, and then it just depends on how you hit that turn at Texas if you're gonna wreck or not. It was a custom setup, so it's sketchy there sometimes.
Captain Jack out. This is my top two tracks are Chicago and Homestead. I don't mind
I'm telling you
Chicago.
what,
I'm not a
Chicago,
fan of Homestead though. But yeah, thank you,
man,
Jack.
Life is Plant and
Captain Jack
RKM
is
having a
hard to
battle.
beat
Look like
at
disagreement.
Chicago. He is fast there, man. RJ
RKM
Smitty
not
helping out his
71.
teammate here. Look, gets him to go by.
Now, Chicagoland, fun fact, is the first race I won in Cup. So, it's,
Now, how ironic is that? It's not short.
No, but so far, all the short tracks I've raced here, besides Martinsville, we don't talk about that incident, the first truck race I ever had. But you know, every short track I've raced at so far, I have come out victorious. So I'm trying to continue a trend. So
Hey, real quick, if you don't mind being our in-race reporter, how many laps left, and do you have a top 5 update for us?
126 out of 40, and right now the top 5 is me, Buck, Noko, Wicked, and Mills.
Down to about 14 laps here, it looks like.
Yep, 14 to go exactly.
Noko back here on a mission trying to chase Buck down. Buck trying to get up there too. Sorry guys, my dog just ate my food. Took me off guard, you little guy.
Does it
But
make
no,
you feel good that you
trying to
got your
chase down
teammate
Blakey
right
T.
behind you there, Blakey?
It does. You know, like I said, I can't say enough about RJ. He's one of the best people. I'm so glad he picked me up as a team owner. And you know, it's been a rough season because I couldn't make it to the playoffs. I started so late this season, but you know, I can't complain. You know, hopefully if I get a win here tonight, that'll make 5 wins on the season and 7 overall. So I can't complain. You know, I've had a great season. Unfortunately, you know, having to go to Xfinity next season. Hate to lose the 88, but it's not by choice, not by RJ neither. You know, so it's unfortunate circumstances, but you know, it's always good to at least go out with a bang on your last race of the season. So, you know.
Well, you're doing a fantastic job. I don't think anybody's got close enough to even reach out and touch your car this race. You've
Reach
absolutely
out
waxed
and touch
them.
me. Okay,
So,
it's a good
I
song.
Hey, I'm just curious, how far back is second place right now?
4 seconds.
4 seconds.
1, 2, 3.
10 laps to go.
10 to go, guys. We are under 10 to go. Blakey T out front. Damage on this 24 card doesn't seem to be affecting him any, Night King.
So let me ask this, Blakey.
No, not
Is
at all.
RJ Smitty in second?
No, actually in second is Buck and then Noko.
What happened to Noko?
I assume probably maybe clipped the wall, but he's still right with Buck. He's only 0.5 off
See
of
him
him.
now.
So,
Reason I ask, I was watching your car and counting 4 seconds back, and it just looked like RJ Smitty was about the 4 second mark, and the other guys would be farther back than that. But
right, yeah, it's 4.2 currently. So, like I said, to everybody that is watching, the Blakey T line is the best line to go with. Even if you do get loose time to time, it's okay. Just it's the best line to run. You get a good runoff. So, I hope everybody can take some lesson in this.
I would
And maybe
never
then
run
you
that
will be
Blakey
Blakey
T
T
line.
at Iowa.
I would never run that Blakey T line.
Well, you know,
I'm a high wide,
between
I'm a
first
high
and
wide
second
handsome
here.
type of person.
Second and third.
Blakey T, I'm watching Noko's view right now.
I'm right there with you,
and
Noko. I mean, Nike. I'm on board with Noko, following Buck right behind him.
He cannot see Blakey T.
Out. This seems like it's going to be our
You're
biggest
out
battle to
of
the
his
end
view,
here.
Blakey.
Noko goes to the high side of Buck. Buck's still staking to that inside line. Not the Blakey T line, not quite that low, but still, Noko right behind Buck. These guys trying to battle it out. These guys are teammates in every league, in and out. They are fighting for position. It's gotta be fun to do that.
Here comes Buck.
There you go, K-Tat HWH, high, wide, and handsome. There goes Noko pulling that right there as we talk about it. Coming up on our spitty as he barely touches the wall. Comes down, gets out of these guys' way. Blakey T has the field covered right now. Noko
makes the pass.
Noko making that pass.
Away
Yes.
from Buck.
Yeah, Noko making that
Bell's
pass.
back on the bottom
4 to go.
with 4 to go.
You know, I definitely am speechless. I didn't expect to come out and wipe them. I know the race ain't over, but I'm feeling good, and I hope everybody that watched enjoyed the show. It was Blakey T's last run in the '88, so
The Blakey T Show. Welcome, guys.
the Blakey T show. This ain't the Kyle Busch show. It's the Blakey T show. So sit back and relax. For rookie season,
Many laps
though,
to
I
go
can't
there,
complain.
Blakey. You got to be getting down to close to none now.
Looks like
2.
we're down to 2 to go.
2 to go. Blakey, I appreciate you tonight. You're doing
I
a
appreciate
fantastic
you guys
job
coming in
out
here.
there.
So,
Glad to see you running this Iowa track. I
I'm gonna
hope
take it
that
easy these
Heat
last
5
laps.
comes out. I hope you can run it as good as you can on Heat 4. That's all I've got to say.
Oh, I shall.
It's impressive watching you run this track and run that line. I know some people will probably be looking up to you to get some tips from this track on moving forward for next season. It's going to be good to see you run Xfinity cars here next year.
Yeah, unfortunately, like I said, but I just feel like I belong in the Cup Series. But it is what it is.
Well, you feel in one hand and wanting another, buddy.
Well, yes,
I'm
and
just
Blakey
giving
T
you a
will
joke.
win Iowa.
Hey,
Woo!
thanks for K-Tat joining us out there, Kevin. HWH, like I said. Hey, where have you been all night? You're normally all over the broadcast. So, congratulations to Blakey T, Buck, and Noko. You guys put on one heck of a show. You guys went from 2 hard tracks. You went from a super speedway to a short track. I know you had a little unfortunate circumstance that dialed you back at Talladega, but congratulations. Especially you, was out and okay, no harm, no foul, but no, congratulations, Jake last night
Definitely a
making history
dominating
as our
performance.
Hey.
Jake last night being our in-race reporter at Canadian, being the first person to win tonight. Blake AT doing it at his own track, taking all the stages, all the
That's
laps,
right.
and all
Making
the
a
flags.
statement, folks.
Well, Blakey T, it was fun watching you tonight. Hope you can come race with us after the race.
Don't go
I'll
anywhere real
join
quick
for a few.
unless you got something to
Also
say.
watching you.
No,
We
I'm
gotta get
here.
RJ.
I'm here.
We got to get RJ up here. Man, congratulations to everybody. With the points will get tallied. We'll let everybody know how everything pans out here real soon. Night King, your first 2 races in the booth, how did it feel, buddy?
How they work, how they run their lines, and just seeing how they race. So, got a little insight going into this next season here.
Yeah, Night King, you did a fantastic job broadcasting. You fit right in. It's good to hear you and Puddin'. Y'all definitely sound good together on the mic. So I look forward to hearing your voice while I'm watching the broadcast when I'm at work and stuff. So congratulations and a good job.
I appreciate it. It's definitely a good time with y'all.
Sorry, guys. Apparently, I'm not allowed to have some snack mix. My wife is taking it all from me as we wait to get RJ Smitty up here. I do believe you are the party host. Anybody we suggest, if you can't recommend them or accept that, they're Night King.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave so you can do it because I can't find them.
No, I've already I already sent them. So you just got to accept in the chat party.
He left.
Okay, no problem, no harm, no foul. We'll get everybody up here. Great to have him up here.
I went ahead and suggested it for you, just
Thank
in
you.
case.
Yep, there you go. Nope. Guys, we do appreciate everybody joining in, having fun tonight. We saw 2 great races. We went super speedway racing, we went short track racing, and 1 caution all night. If I'm not mistaken, 1 caution all night. That is not surprising though, seeing who we have driving and how the caliber of drivers we have in Giggity, guys.
That gave you control, Pud?
Oh, there he is. Now he's back. All right. No, I understand. We appreciate you up there. We still got Blakey T. We're going to get RJ Smitty. Of course, we got to get NoCo up here. If he, I don't see him on here. Guys, I'm under a broadcasting name, not my name. RJ Smitty, what's up, buddy? Congratulations tonight, man. You guys put on one heck of a show. Nice race at Dega.
Yeah. Yeah, I got lucky there.
Buck was our in-car reporter, and he was on not always allow, so we could hear him. You guys couldn't, and it's probably a good thing. When you made that pass, Buck wasn't super happy, but you did it cleanly. He wasn't upset about the pass. He was just upset that he lost that position. So that was a great race for you, RJ.
Thanks.
How did Iowa feel for you too, going from a super speedway to a short track?
Well, for me, going to Iowa is never good. I don't know if you've been able to tell yet or not, but Iowa is not a good track for me. I don't have that Blakey speed at all.
Blakey
definitely
T,
a lot harder in the Cup car than all the other series.
Yeah, Blakey T definitely was happy about going there, but man, you still put on one great show, man. You did fantastic, and it was a good points night for you also.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Trying to get everybody up here. Do appreciate it. And we already got him up there, so again, I apologize, Smitty. I am still newer to broadcasting, not commentating. This is my fifth night up here, just trying to help boy out there, Arch. He's done such great things for broadcasting our giggity, so thanks to Arch and everything he's done. But yeah, RJ Smitty, you had a great night. Congratulations to Blakey T. See if we can't get anybody else up here. We're gonna have to cut a little short, but we do
Wicked
appreciate it.
had a pretty good run. I think he finished in that third spot. I was
Buxton.
watching him for a while in that broadcast, and
Oh, there's
he
Buck.
had a pretty fast car there coming to the end.
What's up, Buck? How you doing, man? We talked to you a lot during Talladega, obviously. Thank you for helping us out there. How did Iowa treat you?
Trying to say this without getting demonetized. It was not exactly nice. It was, but it wasn't. Like, I don't understand why I just could not get a good long run car. I was fine. I was with Blake T for a bit, and then all of a sudden, Nobu got to me, and I'm like, nope, bye, everyone.
You still had a good night. We talked to you pre-race about points, how you were nervous. You got a lot of stage points. You ran up front all night, so you got to feel a little bit more comfortable with your situation right now in the point standings, Buck.
Yeah, I really am. Just tonight was a really good point day for me. Still a little mad about the, or not mad, just disappointed in myself for the Dega race, but I didn't want to run into RJ like that in a corner and then just get the win. That's not how this works. So I had to back off, then try getting it again. But
Well, I know he especially appreciates that professionalism, and that's what's to be expected here in Giggity Racing. So that was awesome. Thanks for doing what you did earlier. Like I said, I know it's a little frustrating. I know you got a little mad, but like I said, you weren't mad about losing how he took the position, just about losing the position itself. But great race all night, great points tonight for you, Buck. Thanks for being in the booth. I'm going to let Nighting and T-Clay take this for a second. I know they got some questions for you, too.
Yeah, just watching you and Noco there racing, battling side by side for a lot of those laps. You know, you got any insight on how the outside line prevailed for Noco there, or your car running out of tires there on the end?
see, honestly, I don't know what it was because it would I run away from him, then he comes back. I start getting frustrated, and then he passes me, then I start coming back. I'm like, hang on, what is going on? It was a roller coaster with emotions in that race. Like me getting mad at my car, and then getting mad at Noco for no reason. It was just being frustrated. I really wanted to get a win. I felt like my car decided to have 100% tires on the whole time. I would have won the race, but that's just not how racing works.
It was definitely good battling between you there. It made for a hell of a show.
I do appreciate that. Only thing I really tried doing is either getting or staying in the playoffs and putting on a good show. And it looks like I did my job.
Yeah, good run out there, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Alright, guys, unfortunately, again, I'm under a different broadcasting name. I would like to get everybody up here that we need to talk to. I do apologize. I'm going to work on that in the future. We did have Blakey T and Buck tonight, both being our in-race supporters. Buck at Talladega, Blakey T at his home track, T Clay, Robbie Vitz, thanks for everything. Night King, awesome night, man. Great to have you in the booth for both times. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
It was a great time, good experience.
Glad to have you up here. I'll
Yo,
let you
good
guys.
talking with you, Puddin'.
I'm going to let you guys sign off real quick, but as always, you all be safe and bye, Blakey T.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Night
guys.
King.
Bye.
Alright, guys, thanks a lot, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow night.
Can
We're
I
going
say
truck
one thing
racing.
before I head off?
Yeah, go ahead. You're more than welcome.
No.
All right, Blakey T here.
He said no.
All right, so listen, as this is my last race this season.
And we're off the air.
No,
Not really. I'm just kidding. Go ahead, buddy.
no, it's fine. I do appreciate having an opportunity for.
Oh. Ooh. Well, of all things, it's great to have you back. We haven't seen you for a while, and like I said, we know what's going on for you, man. So to come back, win at your favorite track in a cup car, man, congratulations, Blakey T. That's awesome. I'm glad I got to talk to you personally because I haven't got to do that in a couple of weeks. So that's awesome, man. Well, congratulations to Blakey T. Congratulations to RJ. Buck, you had a great night. Thank Night King for coming up here. Robbie, myself, T Clay, everybody else, man. You all have a great night. Be safe.